Hey everybody! Today's flagship class will be on how to research for yourself. Briefly, we'll mention how to identify credibility of online sources, some specific sources to assist in college and career search, and how to analyze these sources. First, I want to touch on the importance of this matter. Firstly, there is an accuracy of information that we want to maintain while our search is being done. So inaccurate sources will not be helpful in finding a career or college that fits you. Inaccuracy may even lead to false impressions to the college or the career in question, and it will only set you back. There's also the risk of online sources that I'm sure we're all aware of, where entering unsafe domains can lead to viruses, scams, or fraudulent sites. Beginning with all sources, we need to touch on domains. Domains are the name of the website, and then its following extension, usually after that .com, .org. I'm sure you've seen them. Starting with .edu sites, they're the official educational sources and can be trusted for factual matters, so looking at dates, times, information, facts, historical facts, things like that, but they might have a bias, especially in a college search where .edu sites want to attract you to their college, so they might twist the information that they offer, even if it's factual. .gov sites are also official, they're government sources, and they can be trusted, and I would argue that they are less biased in these kinds of searches, where college and career search, there's nothing that the government stands to gain, especially on .gov sites. .org sites are organizations that are registered under that extension, which doesn't mean that they're trustworthy by definition, but generally speaking, they're more known for their trustworthiness. But it does take more of a keen eye to recognize whether a .org site may not be telling the truth. .com sites are not necessarily credible. They should be analyzed for credibility by looking at things like peer reviews or citations within the source itself. The credibility of .com sites can also be found through the use of hyperlinks or other external sources that will allow you to confirm the credibility of the .com site. Next, there are many sites that offer college, scholarship, and career information, but I've handpicked a few central credible sources that will make the journey easier. For career resources, I recommend ONET, or the Bureau of Labor Statistics, ASA Futurescapes, or College Board's Big Future. For college resources, I'd also recommend Big Future, as well as RaiseMe, and US News College Comparison Tools. For scholarship resources, I recommend Niche Social, once again RaiseMe, and Big Future. And as you might have noticed, some resources double or triple dip. I myself have been bombarded with scholarship, college, and career website advertisements throughout my research. And while some of them have bared fruit, the vast majority of these were just annoyances that led to nowhere. They just wanted my email or personal information for whatever reason. But how am I able to make the most out of these sources? Many sources are not one size fits all, but offer ranges of information. So I personally split up my sources in terms of what they can offer or their specificity in that subject. For instance, I'm not going to start my search looking at a scientific journal article. It's way too specific and it doesn't guide me where I need to go, especially if I don't know where I want to start. Thus, I have a very simple triangle here to try and convey that logic. It's broad, entry-level sources at the top that can help find a specific topic that will lead to more specific research on that topic, which can lead to more specific research on the qualities you found about your topic. It's about researching and then researching your research. For example, I want to use College Board to show what this triangle might look like in a few simple sources. In College Board, they have an item called Big Future, which I'm sure you've heard me mention before. The Big Future tab is basically an all-in-one resource for students when they go to college, whether it's college career searches or scholarships. I do want to quickly mention the career quizzes in general. Now, these shouldn't be decision makers in a career search, but they do provide great starting points. They offer you a little narrower topic for you to look at. So for instance, if I took the quiz, I decided I wanted to be an engineer, and that's exactly what the quiz told me, or even if it told me something similar, I would have that starting point, engineering, as a career. So other resources, for instance, ONET. ONET is a little bit more specific than Big Future. While Big Future offers quizzes, tries to narrow down that broad information, but doesn't ultimately provide you a lot of info on what it is you might be interested in, ONET comes in and says, well, here's more information. If I wanted to be an engineer, I could look more about engineering occupations through ONET. It has a lot of information shown here about more specific items, such as educational requirements or salary information, other things like that. They even go down to the specific level of where you live and can tell you your local salary in that area for that type of occupation. But you can get even more specific, but unfortunately that's about as far as I can go here. I don't really want to be an engineer, but through that process of selecting down your options, you will be able to find more specific items, such as finding specific companies that hire engineers, or finding specific universities that offer engineering degrees that are highly sought after. So by narrowing down your options, it makes researching much easier in the long run and might save you a lot of time. You don't have to try and evaluate your options on your own. You have some steps to make it more simple. Now, there are other ways that sites can try to filter information that are a little more discreet. So some sites like RaiseMe, they will ask for academic information to help consider scholarship opportunities. Right as soon as you try to log into the app, the first thing they will have you do is enter that academic information. And the same thing goes for a lot of other sites like niche.com or bold.com. They are mostly for scholarship and college resources, less so for careers, as careers are more adult things. Obviously, students will be more inclined to just follow the process, so by building it into the website, it makes it a little easier. If you like this video, thank you very much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe or follow if you want to see more. We're going to have more videos like this very soon, and I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.